Hi and welcome to the RC Retro channel. In this episode, we're going to look at the Tamiya Baja Champ. This was kit number 58221 and it was released in 1998. It is an entry-level four-wheel drive off-road buggy and it's based on the TL01 chassis, which was an on-road platform, and there are many Tamiya cars using that chassis. However, this and the Baja King, which came out after this, are the only two buggies based off of that chassis, and that buggy is the TL01B. And in order for Tamiya to make this four-wheel drive vehicle off-road capable, they took the suspension arms and made them a little longer to widen the stance of the car and included friction shocks. Yes, the dreaded friction shocks. And right out of the box, because it's an entry-level buggy, it is also running, plastic bushings in there. So, gonna have to replace those and put bearings in. But this is not my kit. This is actually my friend Harry's. And this just arrived to his house the other day, and he got it off of eBay at what I consider a steal, $100 shipped to him. And it is a partial build kit. Only the chassis has been put together so far, and I think both gearboxes, but we'll know for sure when I open it up. And, the original owner, I'm not going to say the original owner, but the person who sold it to him said he purchased it in an estate sale and really didn't know much about RCs. And I think that's why my friend was able to negotiate it to, a very reasonable price. Now, in inspecting the box and looking it over, I do notice that there is a sticker here. And when I Googled it before, it is actually a hobby shop that is located in Belgium. And it is still open today, which is pretty cool. Knowing that this originated over in a hobby shop, somebody probably purchased it over there and ended up selling it to somebody over here in the United States, and then from somewhere in the United States, it ended up right here in New York. So this has been a little bit all over the place, right? Plans for this. My friend Harry is going to build this right away. His little buddy, Mr. Satan, who you might recall was in one of my prior videos, for the Kyosho Turbo Optima build that my friend Harry did, the little cool guy with all the cool facial expressions and everything. He'll be making a cameo appearance again and helping Harry put this thing together, and then we will get it out on my friend's track. As far as this being a competitive off-road buggy, that it's not. It's along the lines of a Grasshopper and a Hornet. It's one of those RCs you put together just to kind of play around, bash around, have fun. Although with a few hop-ups, I'm sure it will handle a lot better on his track. And speaking about hop-ups, because this is based off of the TL01 chassis, and there are so many of them out there, as far as different on-road cars that Tamiya has, there is a lot of spare parts and aftermarket parts available for this. But still, it is what it is. It's still going to handle a certain way, and I'm sure it will be fun on a track, but nothing that you would use, too competitive-wise. So, all right, well, let's get this open and do a little bit of a montage of what we have inside, and then we'll get to the build. Now, I just wanted to address something I was not aware of with this kit, and that is the tires that came with it. When I was taking all the parts out to lay out for that photo montage, and I saw these tires, I was a little blown away. And if you're a Tamiya purist or a Tamiya enthusiast, and you saw these tires, you probably picked up on it as well. but these are the original cone spike tires that came with the Tamiya Top Force Evolution, and the Terra Conqueror over here. And these are, I want to say, on the more rarer side to find these days. You don't come across a pair like this that are in a brand new condition. And I should know because it took me a couple months to actually source a set of these for my Terra Conqueror restoration, which I have yet to start. And so, good thing I told my friend Harry, because he is not a shelf queen guy. He is, whether it is new or vintage kit, going to put it together and use it as is. And when I told him that these are a little bit on the rarer side and they're actually worth, some good money, he was like, yo, I'll just use some other tires. He's like, see if you could sell these to somebody who, who can use them. So he said, all right, back to the build. All right, after seeing that Baja Champ in action, I had to come back on and comment on it. You see, earlier on in my video, I said how the Baja Champ really wasn't meant for competitive racing, and it probably wouldn't handle too well on a track. And I compared it to the likes of, let's say, a Hornet or a Grasshopper, two-wheel drive, bouncy, stupid fun. And that was based on what other people were saying online and in the research that I was doing. However, like I said, if you threw on some aftermarket parts, it would make a world of difference. And in this case, it really did. I mean, Harry changed the bushings to bearings. He put in a good motor, ESC, great tires, which do make a world of difference. He put Goosebump J Concept tires on the front and on the rear. And most importantly, he swapped out those pogo stick shocks for some oil-filled shocks that he found online that he got shipped over here from China. So, put all that on there, and this thing was rocking and rolling out there. It was really handling awesome, and you saw that in the video. So, a couple little, aftermarket parts, can make a world of difference. And it's very interesting because you know that he runs his Turbo Optima with the purple body all the time in our first two race nights, and that by far is his favorite RC. And he was comparing the Baja Champ to that as far as how it handled on the track, which just speaks volumes. So again, with some aftermarket parts and in the hand of a very capable driver, I feel that the Baja Champ could be a competitive four-wheel drive buggy. All right, well anyways, just thought I'd share my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the video again. and I will see you all in my next video. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what this is, because it's been popping up in a few of my videos, it's a RC10 T3 if you haven't figured it out by now, and there'll be a whole video series coming out on that shortly. All right, well anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Take care.